create something can get on the scoreboard.
And Pearce using his interchange bench brings Tia Leava on again into the scrum, and perhaps quite sensibly Shane Walker takes a break. This time Laloa Milford holds on to the football. This is Leava. To the blind they come. Good defensive set so far from the Gold Coast, and the Tigers will be on their last tackle now, just 35 metres away from their own line. The kick will have to be long, and that's precisely what Shane Dunley's done.
That's
Campbell
a good kick.
Will take it 15 metres away from his line before he's upended and loses the football. Here come the Tigers now. Centre doesn't need any encouragement to go looking for the try line. Perfect opportunity for Balmain. Here's Duckworth over the top for Webber, shows the ball outside, and Jason Webber's dragged down just a metre out. Can he get it down? Yes, he can. Too strong, Mark O'Neill.
That was on the back of a very, very poor mistake there by the young fullback Preston Campbell, who's had a fantastic night so far, but tonight, just this play then, he brought the ball back, had poor ball security. Here it is showing here, getting to his feet, lost the ball.
He holds it like Wes Patton.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to have better ball control than that. You can't afford to turn over possession that easy down there.
Darren Centre, so difficult to get him down. Great cutout pass finds Webber. Webber showed the ball on the outside to Donaghy. And look from the play the ball. Very, very strong. And Mark O'Neill burrows under one, twists and turns, and scored his third try of the year. It was his birthday yesterday, turned 23. Happy birthday, Mark. Great celebration.
Good show of strength there from O'Neill, wasn't it? Got down low, twisted in the tackle, forced the ball down. Good try to him. He's played well tonight as well. But a very poor option by Graham Mackay, actually, if we get to see the replay again, in defence. Came out of the line, which forced open up the hole for Jason Webber to get through. Then the very next tackle, they scored.
It's a difficult one for Shannon Nevin. His success rate this year hasn't been all that glamorous, you'd have to say. Absolutely perfect conditions here at Carrara. Not a breath of fresh air. But this will test any kicker, even the man currently sitting on a world record and looking to improve it tomorrow. Nevin moves in, strikes it pretty sweetly, but it brushes across the face of the post. So 2 unconverted tries now for Balmain. They lead the Gold Coast by 8 points to 0.
There we go. Kept the ball, did young Webber. Nearly got there himself. Got to his feet pretty quickly. Mark O'Neill gets in low, goes to short side. Looks like he's going to get held up. Turns around, forces it down. Good try.
The restart from Graham Mackay goes right down to the Tigers in goal, where it's accepted on the full by Michael Gillette. And this will be Stimson to play it. Good bustling run up over the 20-metre line goes Leava. The Tigers looking to round off this first half. Some more scoring action. Over the 40 they come. Darren Centre it'll be to play the football. Naval. He picks up O'Neill. And O'Neill, the try scorer, is at the end of another break. And guess what? Look out. The Tigers are in for another. Brendan Magnus in between the sticks. That'll hurt you. One try will hurt you. 2 in 2 minutes. Oh, that's pain.
Great run there from Mark O'Neill, right over the top. I think it was Tony Durham here. Here we go. Goes to the line, straight over the 11, which is Tony Durham. Comes to the fullback, Brendan Magnus, who hasn't been on on the field for that long, sniffed up through the middle of the field there, got the pass, and scored a very neat try under the post. That's what halfbacks have to do. They've got to follow the play, follow the big man through the middle. Here we go. Great break there by O'Neill. Drew the fullback. Onto Magnus. Ali been on for a couple of minutes. Scores a nice try. Well done.
His second of the year. Look how strong. Mark O'Neill straight through. Sensed up his options. Perhaps a suspicion it was slightly forward. It wouldn't really have mattered. Brendan Magnus, a simple run-in.
And that was it within the first set of 6, straight after the try from O'Neill just prior.
Well, this has given Shannon Nevin an easier opportunity from just 10 metres out and directly in front. Of course, came to Balmain from Manly.
There's a few from Manly. We've got Naval, Magnus, Dunley, Nevin.
What are you trying to say? That everyone's pinching the Manly juniors now?
Very good juniors over Manly way, Eric.
This time he slots it through. Registers his 71st point for the Tigers this year, and Balmain's lead now starting to kick away. 14 points to 0 over the Gold Coast.
Here we go, just a straight up hit up, steps back in. Durham not committed there, straight through, gets to the fullback. Magnus on the inside, clean pair of heels. It's a good try. 14 points to 0. A very good start for the Tigers.
Shane Dunley and Brendan Magnus were a pretty good halves combination for Manly second grade last year.
They certainly were. Everyone in the club got wraps on the pair of them.
And they had a bloke called Shannon Nevin at the back as well. And all three of them now playing for the Balmain Tigers. Under 10 minutes to go in the half as Leavar is tackled on the 30-metre line. And you can just sense Chris Bombolis, the real enthusiasm and the confidence starting to surge through Balmain.
Yeah, 2 tries in a couple of minutes has lifted the Tigers, and I must admit, Blakey, that Brendan Magnus there, he looked a bit like a P. Blake of years gone by, sniffing up there, looking for a try and on the receiving end.
That's what you got to do, Bom. You got to sniff up through the middle there. Like the hard work's done by the forward. You just got to get there. That's part of every halfback's play.
I must admit there was a bit of creativity in Phil Blake at times, but you did back up a lot of times and score a few.
Exactly right, Bomber. You got to. They're the easier tries, aren't they? When you just back up, use your pace, get to the middle of the field and back up.
Let the big buffy blokes do all that hard work. That's their job.
That's their job. Yeah.
Nahi. This is Durham. He missed the tackle on O'Neill, which led to that try from Brendan Magnus. Goddard. It'll be Teven to go to the air. Good positioning, though, from Shannon Nevin. He takes it just a metre out from his line.
Yeah, very good take there by Shannon Nevin. Probably Shane Russell could have contested the ball. I thought he got there early enough, but decided not to go up.
With another hit up. Certainly looking for the action in this first half. Last tackle now for the Tigers, just 35 metres out from their own line. And Gillette is forced to go long. Back there at fullback now is Andrew King, who played in that position last year for the Gold Coast and pretty well as well. He was the Gold Coast Player of the Year last year. So he was certainly looking now to cement a regular first-grade spot. He's got his opportunity tonight, while young Preston Campbell's back on the bench.
They're just kind of, the wind's just gone out of their sails a little bit here. Let's just see if they can get some composure, get some formation here, and see if they can threaten the defensive line of the Tigers.
Mackay. A little kick through from Graham Mackay on the last. Pressure out on that right-hand touchline.
Clear now.
But good low defensive work from Lower Milford diffuses the possibility.
And good variety from the Gold Coast. Don't always have to kick deep into the corners of the wingers and the fullback. Put it in between the defensive line and the fullback. All the momentum going forward. Courageous effort there by Milford, but it's good variety from the coast.
This is Duckworth. The thing about the Tigers is that in the last 10 minutes they've looked likely. Straight through the hands of Shannon Nevin. He's forced to go back another few metres. The kick will come eventually. But straight through goes Gillette. Maybe they won't have to kick. Look out. Here's some pace. They'll put it down. Returning the football is Jason Hudson, who's put down in the tackle there of Magnus. Mistakes everywhere for the Tigers. O'Brien up over the halfway line before being put on his back. And look at all of the ball that Balmain's been getting in the first half.
That's exactly what they did need, Eric, wasn't it? Like they've only just got the ball back and all of a sudden they've come up, I think, on the second play again. Another costly error here. Is there an arm in there? No, there is too. It should have been a penalty probably, in all fairness to Clinton O'Brien.
Nevertheless, it just adds to the woes for the Gold Coast tonight. 7 handling errors now as...
Outside foot's got to be up. Get his outside foot up.
Some advice on front row play from Nokshin Jadwat. Magnus, the ball inside for Bubba Kennedy, who's dragged down from behind. This is Stimson. Up over the halfway line. Throws the ball back inside, where it's picked up by Kennedy. Nabel. Nabel looking for some space up through the middle. They swing it to the right. Duckworth back inside for Hudson Smith. Easy ground being made by the Tigers at the moment. Dunley. Magnus. Back inside. This is McPherson. The big front rowers had a kick into the in goal. Makes you wonder why.
Great offload there from Mark Stimson. You just get the feeling that the Tigers are starting to come home all over the coast here. They'll certainly look forward to the half-time break with the coast. They're starting to fall off a lot of tackles and there's a lot of yards up through the middle.
Bubba Kennedy again involved as we have the restart from the 20-metre line, and that statistic pretty much tells the story of the evening. 6 line breaks to 1 to the Tigers. Mackay, who's really been the only man who's looked likely for the Gold Coast, had an opportunity earlier in the match and chose not to use his wing outside. Nahi held by centre and also McPherson up towards the 40-metre line. Here's the penalty. McPherson.
You've got to clear that tackle.
That's what they were looking for, a piggyback out of their territory, get a good kick in here. There's 3 minutes to go. They'll probably get them a set of 6 at least once, if not 2 in that time. Let's see if they can get some good formation and threaten this defensive line and come up with something positive on the end of it.
Teven puts on the step. In defence there, though, is Hudson Smith in the headgear. Steve Parsons is back on the park. Takes play up towards the 20. A promising attack for the Gold Coast. The switch of play comes. Up through the middle goes Scott Sattler. Just 10 metres to go now for the Gold Coast. Teven. O'Reilly. Back inside for Graham Mackay. Too strong for the Gold Coast captain. We said before...